You guys seen this, right? Which means you guys know what I'm going to talk about today's video, right? Right? Yep, that's right. Today, I'm gonna give a review of this very special Halloween slash Christmas movie for the very first time. So, in honor of this film's 25th anniversary, I'm gonna give out my full review of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Not only one of Tim Burton's greatest films, not only one of Disney's greatest anime films, but also known as one of the greatest anime films of all time. People love this movie since the day it came out. There are tons of merchandise everywhere since they came out towards today. People love the songs. People always want me Jack, Sally, and Oogie Boogie at the Disney parks. They love this movie so much, including myself. Now, when I first noticed about this movie during the time when I was my middle school years, about to end, get into high school, I wasn't that mostly interested with this whole film's idea. But my brother let me watch it with him, and I'll be honest, guys, just like everybody else, I freaking love this movie. It is one of the best things to ever. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and I do believe it. Now, you guys might be thinking, some of you who have seen this movie, how is it good? Well, let's find out. The story about Jack Skellington, the fearsome Pumpkin King, who lives in a place called Halloween Town, where all of his ghoulish friends and monster friends come out and always give out some greatest Halloween spookifyingly fun. Until that year, Jack Skellington has getting tired of doing the same routine over and over again and wished to have something new. Until one day he decided to take a low walk in the woods, he discovered a place where he can go to any sort of world that has a theming of holidays, like Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, Independence Day, and all that. But one door that caught his eyes was a door that's shaped of a Christmas tree. When he enters the world known as Christmas Town. And when he shared it to everybody in Halloween Town about Christmas, Jack's solution is that he wants to become Santa Claus this year, and he wants to spread his Christmas cheer to all the good girls and boys. Now, let me talk about the story. Now it's time to talk about the story. As I said, what the story is. The story is basically simple as a basic story, since this movie is based on a poem that Tim Burton made before this movie came out. And I did read the poem, and it was marvelous as well. But when you have this basic story of this poem put in an hour and a 16-minute film, it actually makes it still enjoyable to watch it on an hour and a half movie instead of just reading the book. And that's one thing that gets me, is that the story is mostly detailedly written well. Okay, I'm not saying this perfect. The writing of this film the story of the film is perfect, but since how it's a basic story, how they write this basic story into this film actually makes it more increasingly enjoyable to see. The way how the characters' motivation in this film, the way how they acted, the way how they're portrayed like they were in the books, it makes the film so irredeemable and so actually makes you want to like these characters. But my opinion, the way how this movie story actually does a lot 10 times more better is the songs. Because in my opinion, the songs in this movie are the best way how they tell this story. But I'll get you guys my thoughts on the songs later. But like I said, the songs in this movie are the best way to tell this story. The way how the characters sing and what they do throughout the story works out balancedly. But don't get me wrong, the parts where the characters are not singing, the way how they do something like the word in the poem, does work out as well. But to me, the songs actually the way how the songs presented for the story is actually more brilliant. And now it's time to talk about the animation. Since this is 1993 stop motion anime film, does it still hold up to being one of the best looking at stop motion animation? Well, the answer is heck yes. Okay, it may not be 100%, but I think it's kind of like a 90% of being still hold up today. Because since this is a Tim Burton movie, you can definitely tell that the animators, including Tim Burton himself, the way how he's put his visions of his movie vision into a stop motion animated film does work out ingeniously well. The settings are so have a great detail. It has some perfect lighting, the way how it structures. Excuse me. Oh man. Excuse. Sorry about that. But anyway, like I said, the way how its setting looks, the way how the character designs, the way how they move at time again, does seem make the film more irresistible with great stop motion. And in my opinion, Nightmare Before Christmas is one of the best stop motion films I ever seen. Right alongside with Aardman's animation. And I dare say I find it more fascinating than Aardman's stop motion animation. But either way, the animation is so brilliant to see with this visual, the way how the characters look. I almost forgot to mention the way how the characters look from their 2D perspective from the poem into his 3D modeling does look out ingeniously crafted. The way how they make their look realistic, they actually kind of make them look realistic. Okay, they're not really realistic, but you get the idea. And now it's time to talk about the characters in this film. First, we have the Pumpkin King himself, Jack Skellington. Now, when you hear me want to say what this plot is, you may think that Jack is going to be one of those characters who acts like a bad guy, but yet he learns his lesson in the end. Well, that's not what he actually is in his character. When you notice what he said in his film, in his song Jack's Limit, when he's saying that he getting tired of the same thing over and over again, wants something new, well, you actually do kind of feel excited for him. After he did say he gets tired of the same routine over and over all these years, you actually do want him to see. And in fact, that kind of like a way how they try to tell us the people whenever we start to get tired of something. If we wanted something new, we can at least do something We can at least try to do something new, and if we failed or not, we're okay with it. And that's what happened in this movie. And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the movie, let me elaborate. After Jack Skellington get ready to become Santa Claus, his job then, and the children's eyes view away how Jack Skellington did do Santa's work, they didn't like it. And after Jack realized what he'd done, he actually feel bad about it, but yet he actually is okay that he actually did something well. But like I said a minute ago, that's how we the people should do. Even if we are getting tired of the same old thing and we just try to do something new, if we fail, we actually did. Lisa did try. And I like how the film does not make us feel like Jack is some bad guy in this movie. He actually is just a kind, likable person, which he honestly is my favorite character. And then there's Sally, the ragdoll, who is known as Jack's love interest of the film. And to be honest, she is a decent character. And I do find her and Jack as a couple do find them cute together. And the way how they show what they have something in common is irredeemable. Because like in Jack's Lemon, Sally does have something in common with Jack. Like she's also feel empty inside, and yes, she wants to encourage something to fit in the crowd. Just like with Jack Skellington, like he's getting tired of the same thing. He feels empty inside. And same thing with Sally. She also feels empty inside. Especially with her creator, Darko Finkelstein, because he always telling her to not go out into the outside world because she's not ready for excitement. But yes, she is. You know, she's shy about it. And the way how she's trying to express her feelings to Jack is actually really is sweet. Although I really do wish they could at least increase her character a lot more. As much as I like Sally, I really do wish they could increase with her character more. And then we have the villain of the bad guy of Halloween Town, Oogie Boogie. And I have to say, guys, I love Oogie Boogie. He is my favorite Disney villain of all time, right along with Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. What I like about this character is not only his voice, but like how he designed. Also, even though he appeared into like the they're like nearly the end of the movie. The way how he portrays a villain, they actually make him a really fun villain to see. The way how he does something in his own way, like he always constantly cheat to make him feel good. The way how he tortures Sandy Claus and all Sandy Claus in this film are deeply justified. However, there is one thing I kind of wish they could have done with this character. Maybe in the film they never barely even address how Oogie Boogie was the meanest guy of Halloween Town. I mean, I do notice how they say that in the video game prequel that for the Game Boy Advance, but I really do wish they could at least have a little bit more character detail about him, like how him and Jack become biggest enemies and how Oogie become the meanest guy of Halloween Town. Like the movie barely tells about how he is, but even though he does appear, but he does have a real good purpose being in this movie. Even though I really do wish they could have increased more about how he become a fun antagonist of this film. But either way, Oogie Boogie is a fantastic guy, fantastic villain. And then there's the other characters, and to be honest, we all love these other side characters. Dr. Finkelstein, Dr. Finkelstein, Lux, Shock, and Barrel. They're the three trick-or-treaters that do have some good moments. And of course, there's Sandy Claus, Jack's Ghost Dog Zero. All these characters, the way we've seen from this movie multiple times, are so memorable. You know, even the side characters are so memorable to see them. And last but not least, let's talk about the song. Oh man, guys, I really do love these songs. One of my favorites of the songs in this movie is Oogie Boogie song, Jack's Lemon, and This Is Halloween. These are my three favorite songs in this movie. As for the rest of the songs, they are also great as well. Because like I said, all these songs are a perfect way to tell this story. From This Is Halloween, Jack's Lemon, What's This, Jack's, what was that? Oh yeah, the Christmas Town song. Oh, by the way, the Town Meaning song is my fourth favorite song in this film. Sorry about that. So, like I said, the Town Meeting song is also my fourth favorite song in this film. But I don't have much else to say about the songs, but I will give it this. The way how these songs presented it, like the music, the rhyming, the singing, the way how the characters sing in these songs are so top notch as well. Especially the person who made the song are Danny Elfman. My God, I love Danny Elfman's work. Despite the fact that Tim Burton is my favorite movie director, which I've got to mention that, I also love Danny Elfman's music work. His music on Spider-Man, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I really do love Danny Elfman's song making in this film. And I especially do admire the way how he did the singing voice for Jack Skellington. In fact, you can actually tell that Jack Skellington and Danny Elfman does have a lot of things in common. They're both great, Danny Elfman is a good singer for Jack. And the way how he expresses the way how Jack feels in the movie, it is so crystal clearly good to listen through it over and over again so many times. But either way, the songs are downright beautiful and listened to. So, after all of that talk about this film, what do I say about Nightmare Before Christmas? Aren't you paying attention? This movie is absolutely brilliant. Even if you call it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie, it still is a fabulous movie to watch it over and over and over again with your family, whether it be on Halloween or Christmas. The way how they put this basic story into an hour and 60-minute film is easily best writtenly well. With its great characters, great song, great animation, and everything about this film is beautiful. So yeah, not only this film is one of my favorite films of all time, but it's also, in my opinion, it's one of my top favorite Disney animated films of all time. So, with that being said, I do highly recommend you to watch this film at all. It makes you feel in love with this movie so much you want to watch it over and over and over again. So, with that being said, The Nightmare Before Christmas gets a 9.5 out of 10, which means it gets the star medal. Sorry, I can't show it to you, but either way, like I said, it's an amazing movie. Go check it out for yourself. So, with that being said, happy 25th anniversary, Nightmare Before Christmas.